think so. Anybody been through a breakup? Have you ever been through a breakup and then you realize that you weren't actually in a relationship? I feel like me. What the fuck is that about? I don't know. But what happens after the breakup is that then everything becomes like tainted. Like any place you ever went, any song you ever listened to. Like, I'm pretty sure that you cannot, like Bon Iver cannot last 2 relationships. There's no, like once it's been like a relationship soundtrack, then you will never be able to, like it's done. And I don't care what he makes from here on out, like everything's going to be tainted. And what's weird is that then like you start thinking about the whole thing as if it was this miserable fucking experience when it was absolutely not, right? You wouldn't have done it if there wasn't some really brilliant moments of it. And I think in desperation of trying to get through pain, I kept thinking of like I'm always trying to think about like, I think we experience pain in the gap between what we think is true about us and what is actually true. Because like what is actually true is that we're whole and perfect and beautiful and powerful and all those things, right? They're like we are source energy, we are what, the same thing that creates that whole brilliant ocean is what created us. So like we are these magnificent motherfuckers, but like every now and then we're like, oh, I'm crappy, I'm horrible. And then there's this gap between what is true and what is actually true, and then this is where all the pain exists. So every now and then I like to try to figure out what is the next good feeling thing. How can I feel good? How can I feel the way that source feels, the way that I know that I am in every cell of my body? And I started thinking about that, and I think the closest you ever get to being one with your source is being in love. And so that was a very long intro for this poem, but just keep that in mind, I guess. It's called When the Veins Took Over. We've been sitting here for at least an hour, thinking it is a church, thinking our scruffy legs have stumbled into an empty church where no one can tell us we are getting it wrong. There are terribly fancy sconces on the wall. Sconce is a word that sounds like tabernacle, but it's a better fit for a hotel hallway. The carpet is red, smells like the labor of so many mothers in so many countries. We're not actually alone. The housekeeper hums like she doesn't see us. Like she doesn't see us acting like teenagers about to get caught, sitting on the floor outside the room where the children sleep. Our knees shake, fingers nervous bells. I've dropped my water bottle twice. We are smelling each other's necks. Our typewriter eyes stamp each bright moment to the fast tape, and here we are. You are here with us. Love. There's something I need to tell you. You might not love me if I tell you. Our pinky fingers lock like spit. Tell me. Well, I have a tendency to fall asleep when I'm angry. I withhold the truth when I think it will hurt. Well, I'll lose my cell phone when I don't want to talk to you. I'll flirt with your sister. My food issues. Oh, your food issues? My God, my food issues. Every plate is a letter to my 6-year-old self. How do you fight? I get sarcastic. I get silent. I'm an unimpressed, entitled sales clerk. I'm a whisk when I should be a butcher knife when I should be a stitch. I have a sick ghost I carry with me. The ghost is a ratchet. The ratchet a noisy wolf. I won't be able to hold you, love. I won't be able to hold you when my body is at war with itself. I will hate the sight of you. When I hate the sight of me. And we're saying these things. We're saying these very important things. You can hear us, and the housekeeper is folding washcloths like a slow ceiling fan. The children sleeping in the room are lost on a cupcake gondola ride, but we're so sure that we're running out of time to say it all. I dropped my water bottle again. This time the water spills all over our legs and splashes on my chest, and you can see my love gently wipe it from my collarbone with their small fingers and say, "You are the clumsiest fish." Now here is what I need you to notice. This vein, the color of a sewing room on the giving wrist. There is an entirely different conversation going on in this vein. The vein is saying to the pumping castle, we can take it from here. Let every sentence begin in the direction you hope to end up. The canal is stronger than the port. Let desire be the home that you decorate together. The future is a rusty weapon. I am the newest breath, constant tide. Starting line after starting line, slip into the gush and swoon of this. And now the arteries and the veins are chattering so loud we can't hear our own confessions. We can't make out any word but blue, blue, red, blue, blue, red. And the electric pipes bang inside our necks, wrists, tongues, and we've forgotten what our mouths have ever known before this moment. Our thighs are bees. Every hinge opens. We can't talk now. Talking is a rickety road catching on our eager ropes, and we have somewhere to be. The veins lift us out of ourselves like mighty balloons, and we are gliding into the truth of each other. We won't land until months later. It'll be a bloody mess when we land. But right now, in this moment, the moment where we lifted into love, that is the only thing I need you to notice.